is after you finish yours. You don't have to go to school? Saturday, silly. Oh, I forgot. I'd like to start sewing on a new dress, Mom. Well, all right. Then perhaps you can join us later. Where? Well, I thought we might have a little picnic and go down to the creek. And maybe take a little fishing line along.
Hey, Carol. Pause inside.
Come on.
Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, Tucson, Arizona's #1 online radio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host, Belle
and the Cannabis Kid. Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona, and the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call live at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email thctucson@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Tumbleweeds Health Center and Studio C, along with our many sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the lowest price certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
Visit Tumbleweeds Health Center at 4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart
be safe
and educate.
Well. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. Woo! How's everybody doing out there? How's open hour? And yes, please, bong hit for me. Please. Bong hit for me. I love it. I decided this morning I'm going to ground up my weed and take it in capsule form. Dr. Grinspoon used to do that. Dr. Lester Grinspoon. He was on our show. Good luck finding the movies. You know my real name, right? Maybe I'll email it to you. And you can find some of them. Mostly just background. We're talking about the movies. I've been in almost 50 films. And mostly just local backgrounds and fun stuff. Yeah. I'm not doing it for the high of it, but I'm doing it more for the medicinal. I was asked, don't you need to decarb first? I guess I could decarb, but yeah, I'm just doing it for the medicinal aspect. My doctor friend said that I should be juicing raw plant material. And I do have a beautiful grow room that I turned into a Buddha room when I found out I couldn't smoke bong hits anymore. So I turned that into the Buddha room. And yeah, you guys are a little late on the laughs. It's a beautiful room, but I'm going to probably I have 3 lights in there all spread out. Oh my God, that's funny. I have 3 lights spread out, and I think I'm just going to do 1 light and 3 plants, because when I had Ed Rosenthal on twice, and there was actually, you can go back and there's a Zoom. Oh, I don't know if that was saved. Dang it. He wanted to Zoom, and I was like, oh, I don't do live face shots. But I did that those times. He came on twice. He actually enjoyed the show, and he brought a bunch of friends, and it was really cool. But he said his friend, there's a book called 3 per Light or something like that. And he's talking about 3 plants per light. So, I mean, I could do that. I usually just dedicate 1 plant per light, which probably is a waste of light. But yeah. So when I grow, I've done the grow where I've had my entire room just filled with plants. And I mean filled, like you can't move, you can't walk, you can't see across the room. And that's hard, because then you can't kind of get to your plants and pick at them as you need to, and fix them as you need to, and so that made it hard. But that was those were big gardens, but I'm thinking I might just do 1 light and grow a little garden, and then juice it for my condition, which if you haven't heard of aortic dissection, you can look that up. But it's when the main artery to my heart on my aorta just tore open about 18 inches from the top of my shoulder down to my groin, damn near killed me. And so apparently one of her customers, patients, actually had the same thing, or not that, well, a similar thing, but this person started juicing. And then when they went back to the doctor was like, dude, what are you doing? Because your arteries are so much better. And so, yeah, I'm getting texts from my other job. So I'm telling them, on air now, talk later. So she said that the guy that she was having juicing, their doctor said that his arteries were doing really well. So who knows? It's worth a try, but I have to reset up my room to do that. I have to move some things. And right now I'm doing red light therapy. I don't know if y'all have heard of red light therapy, but it's supposed to heal your cells and body from the inside out. So that's what I'm trying. And right now I'm desperately looking for my hanky, because I've got to blow my nose. Can't find the darn thing. Yeeks. So welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. It is March 19th. And for the bestie, how many days until Christmas? Well, I know you're dying to know. So let's do it. Oh, my Lord. Only 281 days until Christmas. Yay. And that means 282 until it's over. That's for Mr. Allen. Our Heavenly Pops. That's funny. All right. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, March 19th. Did everybody have a good St. Patty's Day? Did anybody do anything? I hope that you smoked green weed for St. Patty's Day. I know there are a lot of green beers out there for the day, but oh, here's my hanky. Woohoo! We're hoping that the weed was green. I was remembering, I was just laying in bed last night and just getting ready to fall asleep, and I was thinking about, excuse me, when back in the day, not sure how old you guys are that are listening, but if you were born into the dispensary era, you missed the extreme adventures. And there we go, extreme weed adventures. We need to make a talk or a reality TV show. We used to go on the craziest adventures to get our weed. They were insane. They were literally insane. I mean, I drove up this mountain with this kid that I think this was the guy that called my house once and it was the wrong number. And he just happened to say something like, "Hey, you sound pretty cool." And I was like, "Well, you sound pretty cool." And I said, and I heard some guitar playing in the background. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm playing music." Now this is a wrong number, mind you. Yeah, exactly. Get in the car with the stranger era. This is where my story's going. So got in the car with a stranger, drove up a mountain in the middle of just freaking nowhere. And always the case, I'd go with a dude and I'd have to wait in the car because I wasn't going in. I'm not that dumb. So wait in the car. And good morning, Silver Sister is here. She's actually live. Say something. She said no. I don't know if you could hear her. You were supposed to say something. So yeah, waited in the car. I'll never forget this. Huge redwood trees all over. We probably drove an hour and a half to get there. And I don't know if we were going for weed or shrooms, but it's probably both. And we got him and came back down the hill. But this was the wrong number guy. This is the guy that called in and was like, "Is Susie there?" And I'm like, "There's no Susie here." And so we got to chatting and ended up driving up the mountain to get drugs, weed and shrooms. But what I was thinking about this morning was the fact that sometimes when you got your weed, well, mostly when you got your weed, it was brown and gross and full of sticks and seeds and stems and just crap and rocks and twigs from the actual redwood trees. And I just remember when we actually got green weed, we were just so appalled and so excited because it was actually green. And we were like, "What is this?" And it was called the bomb. Or what else would we call it? I can't remember in the moment, but there was another name for it. Chronic. Yeah, Chronic was one, the bomb. So anyway, for St. Patrick's Day, we are hoping that you smoked the green weed. Because you can't go into a dispensary and buy brown crappy weed anymore. You just can't buy the merch. Merch? Yeah, it was gross. Merch for commercial. And it was so nasty. The weed back then was just so gross. Where's my latte?
You smoked it.
I did smoke it.
You always tell me no.
Yeah, but this morning I wanted one.
No.
Oh, of course we smoked it. It was great. In fact, when I was on my red light mat, I was thinking, "Oh, I wonder if she's going for coffee." I'm like, "Nah, it's too much money."
They don't have lattes.
Oh. Dunkin' Donuts does not have lattes?
I mean, they might, but they're shit.
Oh, crap lattes?
You just buy regular coffee at Dunkin'.
Oh, that's all you buy? That's what you buy at Hotel Tombstone, too. Good coffee. We make the best coffee in Tombstone, hands down. That's right. People are like, "Yeah, I'll have some pizza, but then I'm going to go get some coffee." I'm like, "Wait, we got coffee here for you." All right. Yes, you are really listening to Weedsday Wednesday. So if you've got a scary weed story, tell it. Let us know what it is. Because I remember once when they, oh, you went to Tombstone in the 9th grade? Right on. Woohoo. Very different now. What was I just going to say? Oh, yeah. We went to Berkeley once, my besties and I. And we went to Berkeley. And I'll never forget, we were having Blondie's Pizza. And our whole goal was to go get weed. And walk around Telegraph Avenue and buy jewelry from the hippies and eat Blondie's Pizza, which they still have. But the stakeout was this. two of them, my girls, they stayed across the street and watched me go to the other side of the street and look for strangers to buy weed from. I am thankful. I have been in some precarious situations, and I thank all the gods I'm still here today, because I could have been kidnapped or ended up on Dateline several times from trying to find weed. Oh yeah. Boot Hill. Sedona's beautiful. I have been wanting to get up to Sedona. In fact, I'm going to do that pretty soon here. I'm going to take a day and I'm going to do an overnight up there and see how the kiddies do without me for once, since it's been a while since they've had to do that. So, anywho, welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. Belle Star, Silver Sister here. And it is March 19th. I can't believe it. We're to the end of March. Quarter of the year is gone already. That's crazy. Oh, and just in case they're listening, welcome back to Earth, to our astronauts. They could be listening to Weedsday Wednesday. Welcome back, kids. 9 months of fun, eh? Or were you sitting in a booth and then you were just floating in one of those Dave and Buster games and you're pulling all our legs? I mean, what did you find after 9 months? What did we get? What do we get after 9 months of you guys floating around space? What do we get? Do we get moon rocks? What's up there? What do you do for 9 months in space? I mean, they're both, research, quote unquote research. One of them they're both military. Do they always send military people up there? One was a Marine, though. I think the guy was a Marine, and the Williams, whoop whoop, Williams. The lady, I don't know what she was, but I think they said she was doing most of the research. I think they were both military. I think that's what they said. They were both military. Wisconsin. Why are you wearing a Wisconsin shirt? Rollins would like that. Go Wisconsin. Okay. Let's see. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday again. 15 minutes in. Tumbleweeds Health Center, brought to you by Tumbleweeds Health Center, now located at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. We're making the move slowly but surely. I'm pooped today. I don't know about you, but I'm wiped out. I am freaking fried. I have to stay home and vacuum today and clean my damn house, at least for a little bit, not till 4 o'clock. If you want to buy a microwave or a display case, you can come to Tumbleweeds Health Center at 4 o'clock and pick those up. What else we got? Oh, yeah, office chairs. These are the threats for today. Office chairs, microwave, and display case. The tall one, not the good big ones, but I did drop the price, so hopefully someone will see those soon. If you want to get certified in the great state of Arizona, you can do so with us. We offer telemedicine, so you don't have to leave the comfort of your cozy couch or office or cell or center or facility or wherever you are. You can get certified with us. Get on over to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And these are a list of the conditions that you can get certified for through the great state of Arizona. And I forgot to put up here, but PTSD, you have to have medical records within the last 12 months. That's not even our policy. That's the state of Arizona's health department policy. So PTSD, you've got to have records. They want to know that you're still experiencing that. Usually PTSD sometimes it doesn't go away. Sometimes it does. Maybe you can go get some healings and it'll go away. Some HARP therapy, some hippie therapy, some counseling, who knows. Cancer, glaucoma, AIDS, if you've got those, I'm pretty sure you have a doctor's note to diagnose those. Chronic pain is one of the ones that we can help diagnose that, but we really would appreciate medical records, and we have a release of information form that we'll send out and we'll get those. But chronic pain covers things from like migraines, fibromyalgia, arthritis, all the arthritises, DDD, all your disc problems, your back problems, your leg problems. But the key word is chronic. No, not for weed. That's funny. Chronic pain. Get it? Because you've got pain if you don't have the chronic. That was a funny one. But the state considers 60 days chronic pain. There's some more. Is this available? Is this available? Is this available? Oh, I know now how that feels. Yes, it is available. Stephanie, what are they? Oh, office chairs. Stephanie's looking at office chairs right now. But chronic pain has to be 60 days or more. You can't just stub your toe and walk in the door. If it'd been 2 months since you stubbed your toe and it was still broken or hurting, sure, why not? Severe nausea, seizures, all seizures, including epilepsy, HIV, C, ALS, Crohn's, agitation of Alzheimer's, including dementia, wasting syndrome, cachexia. I was at a birthday party the other day. I was the youngest, and I'm almost 55, and I get my discounts pretty soon. I'm stoked for that. But the oldest one there was a captain in the Army. She is now like 87 or 88, experiencing extreme Alzheimer's and dementia. And well, not extreme yet. I'm not going to say extreme, but it's pretty advanced. So it's things like, I have 9 kitties. Yes, 9. I know, you almost all fell out of your chair. And every time she comes to the gate, she goes, "How many kitties do you have?" And I say 9. She goes, "9. Oh my gosh." But the birthday party, we sang happy birthday. And then, of course, 2 seconds later, did we sing happy birthday? So we sing it again. Things like that, you know. But then I realized also she kept asking everybody, there were 10 of us there. She kept asking everyone to speak one at a time. And because for her, that was, you know, too much stimulation at once. She couldn't understand. She couldn't hear. She couldn't comprehend what we were talking about if we weren't speaking one at a time. So dementia and Alzheimer's can take on many shapes or forms. Yeah. You are eligible for a medical cannabis card if you suffer from a chronic or a debilitating disease or a medical condition, or just a treatment. That's right, just treatment for a chronic or debilitating disease or medical condition that causes any of the above conditions or more. Are you bidding? The great state of Arizona will allow you to get your medical card, and if you suffer from any of those conditions that cause, so like if you're getting treated and you've taken a medication and it's causing something on the list, you might not have something on the list, but it's causing something, then you can get your card from that.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
That's right. Give us a call, 520-838-4430. The address may have changed, but the number did not. So you can just call us. You can email thctucson@gmail.com. And you can get on tumbleweedshealthcenter.com, and there's a little form you can fill out, and you can even send us a message through that. All right. Oh, you got a medical card yesterday. Right on. Way to go, Arkansas. Sassy sass. Oh, you don't have to prove PTSD in Arkansas for your med card, so you can just run out and say you have it and you get it. Let's see. All right. Oh no, you got a clown face drawn on your card. Okay, well, at least it makes it happy. Come on, get happy. All right, so book your appointment, get your medical card. Super disappointed. I went to a dispensary the other day, and their choice for medical was either it was RSO gummies or another kind of gummy. And I'm so tired of these gummies, and I'm just going to get drops from now on. In fact, I'm going to get some drops of the Good Leaf that have the THC. It has CBGA, which is what my friend wants me to get in on, is the raw form of CBG. So I'm gonna I think it's not Tribal. Who makes those? Is it Tribal?
Oh, yeah.
They're tinctures. Yeah. Yeah. So they're drops. I'm gonna get some of those because these, I got a good deal. I guess I got 700 milligrams for $50. So that's about average for cannabis. I mean, if you're thinking about milligrams and price, that's about right. I mean, I had to buy a ton of little containers. It's the Wana brand. And I actually reached out to Wana. This says Wana Quick. I need to reach out again and say why. Why is this a fast acting gummy? But they don't do full spectrum, and I'm just old school. I like full spectrum. I like the whole freaking plant. I think it's important to have every part of the plant. Sure, you can emphasize different things, but I think synergistically, spiritually, holistically, I think the whole thing is good. That's just me. All right. Let's see what's going on in the great state of Arizona. This is from azmarijuana.com. Verano launches a new product in Arizona. Soulflower is celebrating a grand reopening, and that was on the 14th. I think we talked about that. Jeter launches a new quad-infused pre-roll. What the heck is a quad-infused pre-roll? Let's find out. All right. Jeter, North America, #1 pre-roll brand, is redefining the cannabis experience with its new quad-infused pre-roll, now featuring rosin for a smoother, more full-spectrum effect. See? Alongside this innovation, Jeter is rolling out eco-friendly packaging. We read about that last week, made from post-consumer recycled plastic, reinforcing its commitment to sustainability. Starting this month, the new enhancements will be available across Arizona, California, Michigan, further solidifying Jeter's position as a leader, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Jeter's new quad infusion takes the brand pre-rolls to new heights by combining 4 powerhouse ingredients to deliver a superior smoking experience. You mean 4 ingredients to get you trashed. THCA diamonds, delivering unmatched potency and powerful, long-lasting high liquid diamonds in Michigan. Now, why are they doing a THCA product when it's just going to drop the acid, the A, when you heat it up and you're going to get high anyway? Why not just do THC? That's something that I don't get in the cannabis world.
It's a hemp-derived product that we can sell in places that our dispensaries can sell.
Well, no, but this is an actual cannabis product that we can't sell. So this is weed with hemp in it. News to me. Terpenes, enhancing aroma, flavor, and the entourage effect for a richer, more complex experience. Keef, we can't, unless it's hemp, we can't smoke that, but this is stuff that's going in the dispensaries. A rich source of cannabinoids and terpenes that add strength and aroma while offering a hand-finished touch. Keef is just hash unsmashed. Unsmashed hash. I love it. And rosin, the newest addition, providing full spectrum effects, rich flavor, and a smoother burn. In addition to product innovation, Jeter is furthering its sustainability efforts with new packaging made from at least 25% post-consumer recycled products, sourced from materials that have been used and recycled by consumers. Unlike post-industrial recycled plastic, which comes from leftover manufacturing materials, this significantly reduces environmental impact. And what's wrong with leftover manufacturing materials? I say nothing. As long as you're, recycling all this stuff, it's a good deal. There's way too much waste in the world. I'm just a single person, and the amount of recycling that I come up with just from the products that I buy at the store is just gross. I need to start bringing in my own jars. All right, Verano launches a new cannabis product in Arizona, and that's a cute little tin, 100% proof. Although now that I look at it, it's kind of a weird tin. It's got a metal garbage can that's lit on fire that has graffiti spray painted words that says "Savvy" on it, and it looks like they're in the streets of Oakland with a barbed wire fence and a truck and a brick wall in the back with a gutter drain. I don't know why they pick these products and have names, that just are not, friendly for all ages. It just is. I don't know why. I don't know. Verano Holdings Corp., a leading multi-state cannabis company, just announced the launch of a wave of new product innovation across the fastest growing categories in key markets, including Extra Savvy 2-gram vape cartridges, Savvy Strut 2-gram all-in-one vapes, Savvy 100 proof diamond infused barrel style pre-rolled joints. There you go. And the Essence Jay's barrel style pre-rolled joints. I don't know if you hear all the talking in the background, but I've got dogs waiting at the gate because they're waiting for treats and they're actually looking for kitties. Um, Pre-rolled joints and vapes represent the fastest growing categories in the industry, and the larger format vape category specifically grew more than 400% in 2024. Because it's easy to hide and just easy to use. You don't need a lighter or anything. Yep, dogs are banging at the gate right now. It's really funny. Demonstrating Verano's focus on innovation, automation, and differentiation, the company is moving with speed and agility to meet consumer demand by leveraging in-house talent and cutting-edge manufacturing technology that exponentially increases production efficiency and output while preserving quality. Quote, as consumer appetite for differentiated cannabis products increases, particularly in the vape and pre-roll categories, we are excited to unleash a wave of innovation across our Savvy and the Essence portfolios featuring unique styles, experiences, and engagement, said David Spreckman, Verano Chief Marketing Officer. The full suite of new Savvy and Essence products will be available for purchase at Verano's Zen Leaf and Move locations. Move. It's M with the U with the little dots over it and the V, along with third-party dispensary partners in select states. Extra Savvy 2-gram vape cartridges stacked with high-potency oil and tasty terps to hit harder, last longer, and stretch cash. That's right, we need to save our dough. Perfect for seasoned consumers who value potency, longevity, and consistency in their vapes. Extra Savvy is currently available in 5 strains: Sour Tangy, White Widow, woohoo, Baccio Gelato, Rainbow Belts, and GMO. Now available in Arizona, Illinois, New Jersey, Maryland, coming soon to Pennsylvania, Florida, and Connecticut. Savvy Strut 2-gram all-in-one vapes, the 2-gram all-in-one that delivers big clouds and bold flavors, built to max out and make every drop count with its USB-C compatibility, lit oil window, and dynamic airflow for trouble-free vaping. Savvy Strut is perfect for consumers who value portability, longevity, and consistency in their vapes. Each device includes an embedded NFC chip, which allows users to simply tap their smartphone to get plugged into exciting deals and promotions. Savvy Strut is currently available in 6 strains: Juicy Mango, Summer Melon, Peaches and Cream, Pineapple Mimosa, Fresh Berry, and Rainbow Sherbet. Yeah. Now available in Arizona, Illinois, New Jersey, Maryland, coming soon to Pennsylvania and Florida. Savvy 100 proof diamond infused barrel style pre-rolled joints, locked and loaded for a heavier hit. Savvy 100 proof was crafted by blending pre-ground small bud flower with superfine isolated THCA diamonds. Again, what's with the A? This infusion process ensures a seamless blend of beloved Savvy strains with the THCA diamonds, delivering a uniquely potent experience. And that's available right now in Illinois and New Jersey. And the Essence J's barrel-style pre-rolled joints, tapping into the industry's fastest growing category. And it keeps putting V in little parentheses. I don't know why. Essence J's harness the power of cutting-edge manufacturing innovation that exponentially increases output while incorporating a unique yet recognizable barrel-style shape, delivering consumer affordability without sacrificing quality. Now available in Illinois, New Jersey, and coming soon to Florida. Verano operates cannabis dispensaries branded as Zen Leaf and Move. And you know what else moves us? That's right, you know it.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a button, looking for a watch out. This is fucking awesome.
Walk into my house like, what up? I got some good pop. I'm just pumped up, got some herb from the pot shop.
Ice in the fridge, it used to be frosty. My friends like, damn, that's a stone ass donkey. Rolling in hella high, looking like it's FIFA time. Dominating all my friends as I eat some chili fries. Draped in the snuggie with my girl sitting next to me. Probably shouldn't have had a big gulp full of iced tea. Piss. But shit, it was 99 cents. I'll be blazing and smoking, about to go and get some munchies snacks. Passing up on those Cracker Jacks, Reese's Pieces are where it's at. Gotta get me some soda pop. Cotton mouth has been creeping up, but can't remember where I put my keys. Yeah, that's what's up. I'ma take your grandpa's ride. No, for real, ask your grandpa, can I take a 65? To Ville, cruising to my local Publix. Nothing better than rolling with two super fly chicks. They have frozen burritos. I bought frozen burritos. I bought some Ben & Jerry's, and then I bought some Cheetos. Hello, my main man Obama. A couple states have just reformed their laws on marijuana. What you gonna do, send the feds there? Hell no, the DPAs will be like, aw, they got volcano. I'm gonna smoke some weed, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop, this is fucking awesome. I'm gonna smoke some weed, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop, this is fucking awesome. What you know about the science of marijuana? What you know about people suffering from glaucoma? They need it, it helps them with their condition. If you don't believe me, then just ask some high physicians. Thank your granddad for voting for that guy. Richard Nixon is the president who made the plant illegal, but science is now showing that it's medicine for people, and the private sector's fighting to keep all of that illegal. Alcohol and tobacco, pharmaceutical prisons. I'll take those 4 major lobby groups and fight those motherfuckers. They're making money day and night, all those motherfuckers, and bribing Congress out of sight, all those motherfuckers. They'd be like, oh, it's immoral and unhealthy. I'm like, how many people are you making wealth? Anti-marijuana lobbies are making all kinds of profits, and they don't want you to stop because of all the special interest. I call that getting swindled and peeing shit. I call that getting tricked by the government. That law's hella old, so it's time to update it, regulate it, and then get it under state control. Peak game, look into my political telescope. Think it's gonna stay like this forever? Not hella won't. Not hella won't. Hey Obama, stop being a hypocrite. You used to smoke weed, fool. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a run, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. Let's end the war on drugs. It's time to pull the plug. These special interest groups are nothing more than corporate thugs. Let's end the war on weed. The people have agreed. These special interest groups have kept these laws and bribery. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
All right, welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday. That song always goes too fast. It's like almost 4 minutes, and by the time I let the kitties out and get some coffee, it is time. You are listening to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
That's right, the natural way. We've got cinnamon, which is good for your diabetes. We've got spearmint, which is good for pain and uplifting. And we've got an all natural. And then we have a botanical blend that tastes like those vanilla orange popsicles from back in the day. And boy, is that one yummy. That's some good stuff. But it's just CBD, just an isolate for those that don't want the THC or have jobs that test for THC. I had someone ask me yesterday, their niece or something needed some, but she works for DOT, the Department of Transportation, but she's in HR. So I'm like, well, I can't say for sure, but probably safe just to use non-THC products just in case they are testing for that still. But I don't know if companies are randomly doing drug tests for CBD now or any of the CBs. So yeah, I don't know. And I can never tell who's on here. There's a little person up at the top. might be you. Could be open hour. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday, live cannabis radio. Belle Star, Cannabis Kids out in the world, Silver Sisters here. And let's get back to a little bit more news. Let's see what else is going on in the world of weed. All right. Oh, nope. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right. Cannabis rescheduling participant boots Perkins Coie as counselor for DEA hearing. Let's see what else. North Carolina representative files cannabis legalization bill for adults 21 plus. All right. Balancing root zone pH in cannabis cultivation. World leaders to vote to ban HHC list as Schedule 2 drug. What's interesting. The UN Commission on narcotic drugs approved a recommendation to include the cannabinoid in the 1971 Convention on Psychotropic Substances. This is from Cannabis Business Times. The U.S. sat on the sidelines as world leaders at the United Nations Commission on Narcotic Drugs, the CND, approved a recommendation from the World Health Organization, the WHO, on March 12th to ban the cannabinoid HHC on the international stage. Although the U.S. delegation abstained from casting a vote, the approved recommendation could ultimately impact how HHC is classified in America, as well as the broader debate on how cannabis is scheduled. HHC, or hexahydrocannabidiol, or cannabinol, is a semi-synthetic compound that's converted from THC using a hydrogenation process. While it's not new, American chemist Roger Adams discovered HHC in 1944. Oh my Lord. Yeah. By adding 2 hydrogen molecules to delta 9 THC, the intoxicating cannabinoid became more well known in the US in the late 2021 when manufacturers began selling products with HHC converted from hemp-derived cannabinoids such as delta 8 THC. Although some say converting hemp-derived cannabinoids to HHC is compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill, which federally legalized hemp in the U.S., Dr. Ethan Russo, MD, a board-certified neurologist, told Cannabis Business Times in February of 2022 that the Federal Analog Act of 1986 prohibits drugs or molecules that are made from a Schedule 1 or Schedule 2 drug controlled substance, notably if they are, quote, substantially similar, quote, and intended for human consumption. What's with all these rules? This week in Vienna, the United Nations CND voted to classify HHC in Schedule 2 of the 1971 Convention on Psychotropic Substances, an international treaty designed to restrict the diversion and abuse of certain drugs. CND delegates at the session discussed how HHC can be inhaled, consumed, and absorbed sublingually. Portugal-based Canada reported 48 countries cast favorable votes, including Canada, Uruguay, where adult use cannabis is federally legal, which was more than 2/3 majority needed to pass, according to the news outlet. The United States, however, abstained from voting. Following the adoption, the U.S. mission to International Organization in Vienna issued the following statement, quote, while the United States supports the use of international scheduling system to make scientifically informed decisions about international drug control, we were unable to vote on the proposals to place HHC into Schedule 2 of the 1971 Convention on Psychotropic Substances and to place carisoprodol into Schedule 4 of the 1971 Convention. Nevertheless, both of these substances are already controlled in the United States at levels that will allow the United States to meet its international obligations arising from the CND's decision today. Unrelated to cannabis, carisoprodol is a U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved drug that relieves discomfort associated with acute painful musculoskeletal conditions, according to the National Institute of Health. For HHC, debate on its legality in the U.S. has continued during the past 3 years, while many industry stakeholders claim that HHC naturally occurs in trace amounts in cannabis. CBT learned in early 2022 that those claims had not been proven by peer-reviewed research. In October 2024, the WHO issued a report on HHC suggesting that the semi-synthetic cannabinoid, quote, may, quote, be present naturally in the cannabis plant in trace amounts. However, in an April 2024 letter to the Louisiana Department of Health, the U.S. Drug Enforcement, DEA, determined that, quote, HHC does not occur naturally in the cannabis sativa L plant and can only be obtained by synthetically, and therefore does not fall under the definition of hemp. Quote, this position fell in line with the earlier letter the DEA sent to the international cannabis attorney Rod Kite, declaring that Delta 8 THC and THCO acetate were Schedule I controlled substances. HHC specifically is commonly converted from THC in a hydrogenation process that involves adding hydrogen using a metal catalyst like palladium that is liable to ignite spontaneously upon exposure to air. Cannabis scientist and educator Greg Gerdeman, PhD, told CBT in 2022. The same hydrogenation process is used to convert vegetable oil into margarine. Despite the DEA's position that HHC Delta 8, THC, THCO, and, quote, all synthetically derived tetrahydrocannabinols, quote, fall under the list of Schedule I controlled substances. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth and Ninth Circuits have offered rulings that contradict the DEA's viewpoint. The Fourth Circuit ruled in September of 2024 that THCO meets the legal definition of hemp under the 2018 Farm Bill, applying many of the same considerations the Ninth Circuit used in May of 2022, ruling that Delta 8 THC is legal under the 2018 Farm Bill. If it's hemp, it's legal under the 2018 Farm Bill. I mean, that should be the end of story. Period. Hemp, 2018, legal. As I choke. Both circuit courts determined that the 2018 Farm Bill is unambiguous with concerning its definition of hemp, applying to, quote, all such downstream products so long as they do not cross the 0.3% Delta 9 THC threshold, quote. Specifically, for the Ninth Circuit's ruling from 2022, the determination was crucial under the Chevron doctrine, a 1984 case that required federal courts to defer to federal government agencies' interpretations of ambiguous statutes. The U.S. Supreme Court overturned the Chevron doctrine in a June 2024 decision for Loper Bright Enterprises versus Raimondo, Secretary of Commerce. In other words, even had the Fourth Circuit's September 2024 ruling found that 2018 Farm Bill language to be ambiguous, it still wouldn't had to defer to the DEA's interpretation of synthetically derived cannabinoids. The Fourth and Ninth Circuits hold jurisdiction over 13 states and 2 U.S. territories where these synthetically derived hemp cannabinoids are considered federally legal by the judicial branch. However, products containing these cannabinoids can be prohibited or regulated by state or local law. But where does HHC in the U.S. stand following the CND's Schedule II approval on March 12th? Attorney Jason Adelstone with Harris Lewoski LLP offered his take on the impact of the CND scheduling decision in a Canna blog posted on March 14th. Quote, should the Attorney General Pam Bondi schedule HHC pursuant to treaty obligations, it may raise concerns regarding the unconstitutional delegation of legislative authority to a foreign body. Addlestone outlined several scenarios that could play out between Bondi and U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in the coming months. Quote, assuming Secretary Kennedy and Attorney General Bondi adhere to 21 U.S.C. and 811 and complete a review of HHC, or at a minimum order that HHC be added to a CSA schedule, then the process and HAC's ultimate placement could provide valuable insights into the broader cannabis scheduling debate, the attorney wrote. While potential action in the executive branch could take more than 6 months to unfold, U.S. lawmakers continue to target the definition of hemp in a farm bill reauthorization package that has been on the back burner since 2023. All right. Well, if it's less than 0.3%, it's hemp. No, that's what our 2018 Farm Bill said. So all these different definitions and guidelines and categories, it just gets people in trouble. You guys got to figure this out. And when is it going to be legal? When we first started Tumbleweeds almost 14 years ago, we said, well, I said, maybe you said too, 10 to 20 years we were thinking, and now we're almost 14, 15 years into this. We're still looking at another 5 to 10 more years before this crap gets legalized altogether, don't you think, Silver Sister? She's nodding her head yes. Well, there you have it. World leaders are voting to ban HHC. Who knows? All right, North Carolina. Let's see what's going on with North Carolina. North Carolina representative files cannabis legalization bill for adults 21 and over. House Rep Jordan Lopez. No, I don't want to sign up. Introduced the Marijuana Legalization and Reinvestment Act to regulate and tax licensed dispensary sales. North Carolina is one of a handful of states that's yet to legalize medical cannabis, but one lawmaker is hoping to jump ahead to adult use legalization for those 21 years and older. Whoop, whoop. State Rep Jordan Lopez, D. Mecklenburg, filed House Bill 413, the Marijuana Legalization and Reinvestment Act, on March 17th to establish a licensed market to regulate and tax adult use cannabis in the old North state. The 19-page bill, where it looks like you can read it here, and I can post that link if you want, intends to allow adults 21 and older to possess up to 2 ounces of cannabis, 15 grams of concentrate, or 2,000 milligrams of THC, and grow up to 6 cannabis plants in their private residence. Well, I can tell you right now, the fact that you're going to try and let everybody grow is going to get the bill squashed. You're asking for too much again. You guys can't ask for that much. It's like this last time around when we were asking to lower the price of the state fee. They were also trying to add like 40 new ailments. Guys, just pick something and focus on it. But when you start adding, oh, you can do this, you can do that, you can grow. Growing scares the crap out of people for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it really just scares the bejesus out of everybody. It's not like, well, I guess someone could come by and pick some plants and then wait a couple weeks and smoke it. But, unless there's juicers in your neighborhood that are secretly spying on your garden and picking fresh buds to juice, it's pretty darn safe. All right. So the largest portion of the tax revenue, 25%, generated from adult use cannabis sales would be distributed to a community reinvestment and repair fund established in the legislation with the intent of improving the, quote, well-being of individuals and communities that have experienced a disproportionate negative impact from poverty, unemployment, cannabis prohibition and enforcement, mass incarceration, or systemic racism, quote, according to the bill. The legislation points to a 2020 report from the American Civil Liberties Union, the ACLU, that found Black Americans are 3.6 times more likely to be arrested than whites for cannabis possession, despite similar use rates. HB 413 would also provide automatic expungement by July 1st, 2028 for individuals with certain cannabis-related convictions. Quote, not only is this a widely used drug, but it's legal in a number of states across the country, Lopez told Charlotte-based NRP News source WFAE. Let's do what's right. Make it legal. Let's expunge records. Although 24 states have legalized adult use cannabis in the U.S., North Carolina is one of 8 states that have yet to legalize a medical cannabis program. You hear that? 8. Only 8 left. That's crazy. No one had done that when we had started. California, I think Alaska and Oregon were maybe the top 3 that had started medical stuff. 8 states left. Whew. Even a highly restrictive one like in Texas, which limits patients' access to capped at 1% THC. To date, no state has skipped legalizing medical cannabis before adult use cannabis. In addition, HB 413 faces an uphill battle in North Carolina's Republican-controlled General Assembly, where recently elected House Speaker Destin Hall, R. Caldwell, said in 2020 that he opposed legalizing any type of cannabis. That did not deter Lopez from pursuing his bill. Quote, a lot of mixed reactions as to be expected, but a majority of North Carolinians want to see marijuana legalized, either recreationally and or medically, he wrote Monday on X. While I clearly support the former, this conversation is still long overdue. And then there's a tweet, which is what it just said, but he tweeted the bill too. So medical cannabis legalization in particular is a nonpartisan issue among 71% of North Carolina voters who support the policy reform, according to a February 2025 survey conducted by Meredith College pollsters. That survey did not ask voters their opinion on adult use cannabis legalization. In addition, I would say they would probably agree that it's probably a good thing if they're, most of them, if they're asking for medical, they just want something. So in addition to the Community Reinvents and Repair Fund, HB 413 would establish the Cannabis Enterprise Opportunity Fund, which would receive 10% of the tax revenue generated from cannabis sales for the issuance of zero-interest loans and grants to historically impact applicants and cannabis establishments owned and operated by historically impacted applicants. Would that be us? The ladies. Ladies in the house. The State's Department of Public Safety would oversee the registration process for a licensed marketplace for cannabis cultivation, retail, manufacture, transportation, testing, delivery, and on-site consumption establishments. An Office of Community Reinvestment within the department would be responsible for promoting and encouraging an equitable marketplace. Local municipalities would have control to prohibit all types of cannabis establishments within their jurisdictions through the enactment of an ordinance. However, they could not prohibit deliveries within or transportation through their jurisdictions. Smoking cannabis in public places would remain unlawful under the legislation, as would consuming cannabis while operating a moving vehicle. The legislation would also require child-resistant packaging and prohibit products designed to appeal to children, including the use of any images designed or likely to appeal to minors, such as the use of cartoons, toys, animals, or popular characters or phrases known to children. HB 413 comes after unsuccessful medical cannabis legalization attempts in 2022 and 2023, with the latter year's reform effort drawing a 36-10 supermajority vote in the North Carolina Senate for legislation that fell on deaf ears in the lower chamber under former House Speaker Tim Moore's decade-long tutelage. Medical cannabis reform continues to face a more welcoming pathway in the upper chamber, where Senate President pro tempore Phil Berger, R. Guilford, indicated an openness to legalization as long as any forthcoming legislation addresses concern about unregulated THC products derived from hemp. Queen City News reported on January 29th. And there's the problem again. You're going to support something, but then you're going to add something else that's going to confuse everybody and make them deny what you first tried to get supported. As of March 16th, however, no bills focused on medical cannabis legalization had been introduced in the North Carolina General Assembly, where lawmakers meet through July 31st. Despite the absence of legalization, North Carolina adults 21 and older still have the option to legally purchase cannabis on the roughly 57,000 acre Qualla boundary in the western part of the state, where the eastern band of the Cherokee Indians launched sales in September of 2024. Woohoo! Go Cherokee! Possessing any amount of cannabis outside of the native reservation, however, is a misdemeanor, including the possibility of jail time for more than a half an ounce, and possessing more than 1.5 ounces is a felony. Hey guys, go hang out with the Indians, buy some weed, right on. But if you cross that line, you're going to jail and you're getting fined and felonies and and the whole nine. I mean, come on, if you're going to say it's okay to go do it, then it's okay to just do it. But if you leave the reservation, you're just screwed. Guys, come on. All right. Well, oh my gosh, your boss is extra bossy today. Well, tell your boss that we don't have time for bossy bosses and we got a show to do. And speaking of shows, that's it for this one, folks. Thank you so much for tuning into Weedsday Wednesday for Silver Sister, because I know you didn't hear it. There are only 281 days until Christmas. I know you hate me. All right. Folks, have a wonderful day. Open hour. Thank you for tuning in as much as your bossy boss lets you. Silver Sister, Cannabis Kid, everybody out there, smoke some weed, do some weed, eat some weed, bathe in some weed, shower in some weed, vape some weed. Just do the weed. Grow it. Eat it. Do it. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, I will email you a link to the robbery video. Oh, yeah, that one. Have a great day. Remember, be smart, be safe, and educate, and we will see you next week. Email me your phone number and I'll text you that link. All right. Ciao. Happy Weedsday. Woo! And here it comes if I can't get there faster. I knew it. Happy Weedsday, everybody. Later.
What are you sending him a link to?